Hey guys, Mr. Abyss here with Life is a Shonen. If you're enjoying the content on our channel, go ahead and like our video and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to go ahead and get updates whenever we put out a new video, go ahead and click that little bell down there as well. Enjoy!
My opinion is it's not about not finding the people who didn't achieve it, but finding the people who were strong enough to achieve it and listening to their information of how they achieved it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's about learning the skills of how to use the secret. And the secret is manifesting your will into existence. And it sounds far-fetched, but in truth, there's science to back it up. We have quantum physics. It tells us that, we don't see... The table doesn't exist right now.
Yeah, quantum physics, quantum physics throws everything out. Things are only things because you're looking at them.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. I mean, when you start getting into that, but that's not.
Besides the point.
To quantum physics, from what I understand, this is not a table
until
I know what tables are and I look at this and all the things do table things. That's crazy.
Then the molecules form with each other right there.
True. So then, how do you see something that you've never seen before?
So then
and suddenly exist?
Oh, no.
Or people are going, that's an emu, and suddenly you sculpt an emu by them explaining it to you.
True.
Because how many people seen emus?
But
what's the whiskey? Where is it? Wow. That's probably fate telling me you shouldn't have whiskey. The whiskey was blind to me. It was right in front of me.
And that's all about how you look at it. I was sitting right here. I was your eyes, bro.
Yeah, there we go.
But see, it all ties together because whenever you use your typology or your personality type to better yourself, you enable yourself to then move on to the next phase, which is applying, and let's call it what it truly is, which is just the law of attraction. I mean, everyone knows about
that. It's based in its core. Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about.
And so that's what it comes down to. But you can't, what they say, you can't help others until you've helped yourself.
True.
And so you can't really achieve anything until you've actually become more of a complete person. Mm-hmm. And that's an everyday struggle. That's an all eternal life struggle.
Never is. You become unworthy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, so back to the documentary.
Yes.
That's kind of why these people get to be on this documentary, because they've achieved a certain level of growing themselves to a place where now they can teach others how to use what they have and what they've been through to build themselves. And it's really all about bettering yourself and bettering your own life, because when you better yourself, your life goes so much better.
And it's an untainted message. I as a person will always go view a thing with as much skepticism as I possibly can, but the message, it's pure. It is.
Because a lot of people think it's just about money, but it's
nothing
not.
To do with that.
And they tell you that. They're like, look, this is not... If that's just what you're seeking, this isn't exactly that. They're telling you...
You can use it to do that, but, it's not guaranteed. You shouldn't attach your happiness to just money.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much gratitude and success as happiness. Whenever you don't feel like you really have a need for anything anymore, you're just now satisfied and you're very content and happy with your life. Maybe not content, because content can
see that the whole bad way too.
Yeah.
You're grateful for where you are at all times.
Exactly.
You're comfortable and content do a bad thing if they go too far.
Explains the universe as
balance.
Well, not just balance, but also why wouldn't a husband does something for his wife, and the wife's grateful, and so she shows him affection and love out of gratitude, and of course he wants to do more things for her because she showed him affection and love. It's basically that when you show constant gratitude for it, the universe wants to repay you with positive things happening to you.
Sure. Well, I know that I used it. I was actually telling Rachel that the first time that I ever took a personality test was in college, when they were doing college prep classes.
Yeah.
They actually had you do it online, and then they printed out the results. And that's when I first got the INTP thing. But of course, when we're younger, we're a little bit more scatterbrained.
And you're answering questions in a different... There was one way you phrased it about answering the questions on it, answer it how you see who you truly are.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what you want to be or anything.
Yeah.
It's no, just
how do I act in this question that it's asking me?
without forcing yourself to be something different.
It's not like in a like serious exam. It gives you like a little like good like small, medium, large sort of answer key. So it's not like you have to write an answer. Still get intimidated by the test. If you're ENFPs, just go take it because it's easy.
Yes.
Just be honest.
It's very quick.
And if you don't know what you are, go do it.
Because it's very interesting, and it gives you like pages of information on who you are for free.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than free.
I bought the premium.
You think I didn't buy the premium?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I have my whole 414-page book.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
yeah, you think you can't do that?
I need this.
They give you a whole profile about you.
I should
a
probably
whole
not, though,
book.
because
No,
that'd be a little too much. I'll just study and break it down. Yeah, that's what an INTJ does. If you guys don't know, we obsess about things.
Yep, it's true.
It's not so much obsessing as like just breaking it down to its most basic core so we can understand it fully, and that takes some obsessing.
Yep.
And controlled obsession, like I said, controlled obsession.
True.
When we obsess, just a million different
so many
spaces
rabbit
in the
holes,
universe.
like.
I don't know where I'm at anymore.
I don't even know how I got here, to tell you the truth.
And
then I remember
when
it.
I start obsessing
fuck?
about something. That's the only reason I would, because I'm like, okay, there's something I need to obtain, and I have to do it no matter what.
That's it, pretty much. Yeah. Same route, I think, because when I go obsessed with something, it's because I feel like you need to obtain that information, and that kind of is similar. Might be the end.
I just float in space and like things happen. There's no really like, there was no rhyme or reason to anything until recently.
Okay, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and, if y'all are cool, I'll tell your astrological signs.
Sure.
Okay.
But asterisk here, it's going to be a hard one to get me to go with.
Okay.
I'm a battle
That's
this
fine, because that's literally your astrological sign. He's a Sagittarius.
God, see, no. Don't bind me by this.
They do that.
Is that what I was always going to do?
He was raised by Sagittarius. I was raised by a Sagittarius. We know you.
God damn it.
But on top of it, I'm ENFP.
I actually
and
don't know
too.
much about Sagittarius. I just know my mom.
You shouldn't know much about it.
They always play devil's advocate. Always. But anyways, and then Albert's a Taurus. And I'm a Pisces. And if you'll notice how we've talked, like I'm very spiritual. Albert's obviously very grounded. He always has a firm basis to go off of. And JB, he's just kind of like, whatever it is, it's fire.
I don't know if
I really don't like it because I'm a fucking centaur.
But that's so cool. I'm a fish, man. Come on.
There's nothing bad as sharks or fish.
No.
It's just a fish.
I don't want to be a shark.
It's like a goldfish.
Like
that.
maybe like a koi.
Fish.
I'd be cool with a koi fish.
Don't they live for like 1,000 years?
Yeah.
Well, I know the technically alligators. This is real off topic, but it's the coolest fact I've ever learned about alligators. Technically, they should be able to live forever because the only reason they die is because they continue to grow throughout their entire life and eventually can't eat enough to live.
Are you serious?
That's literally it.
That is so
fucking creepy.
If you just kept this thing and gave it enough food to make it keep going.
Yeah.
From what I heard of the guy saying, he was a zoologist. I cannot attest to this, but he said they just keep growing.
Really?
And now I'm in the wild. I'm starving. Hey, I can't support 14 feet.
Hasn't anyone tried to accomplish this?
Yes.
I'm sure it gets
You would imagine that
too
I would.
powerful.
He lost his hand.
Yes.
I mean, just keep it in a tank, you know what I mean? And then just go
throw
dump shit
goats?
out there. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm a goat.
I'm
a goat?
I don't know. That's kind of fascinating.
That's an inside joke, sorry.
They could live for... I mean, they are technically like... What?
Eating machines?
Dinosaurs?
They're eating machines that have lived and
Is that why dinosaurs are so big and why they went extinct?
Well, see, why dinosaurs... Well, why things were so big back then was the increased level of oxygen in the air.
Okay.
You had more ability to breathe and grow and create these cells and do shit. So you had millipedes the size of a fucking bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I told you, like, when we were talking over at Stevens. I was like, nah, if there were bugs in Jurassic World, because Steven was asking us
already
if we...
Okay, so we are off topic, but we must address this. This man said...
With the air, like, everything was bigger back then, even, like mushrooms.
For however much X amount of money would you stay in Jurassic World, or Jurassic Park,
for 24 hours?
For 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My answer is no. There's no amount of money. You're dead that night. Because every movie happens in like one night.
I said yes.
No, just hide in a tree.
Main reason. Okay, but
for the pterodactyls.
Dig a hole or something.
Dig a hole for the centipedes.
No, okay. See, that was my stipulation.
You can't not have them.
No, see, okay.
You can't let me take away the thing that makes it actually doable.
Okay, absolutely no. If insects are involved,
these are motionless insects.
You would literally get destroyed in a second.
Okay, yeah, I just legit wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. That's too much.
If it was just the dinosaurs, I'd be
bro, I won't go into the ocean. There's no. But your Jurassic Park's cool.
Bro.
First of all,
would you go to a rainforest?
The land is fine.
You're going to a rainforest.
You put yourself at a huge disadvantage in the ocean. First of all,
you're at a huge disadvantage with giant lizards.
At least
lizards?
You can run.
Yeah, I can see them.
I can go 15 miles an hour with these things that run 60 miles an hour.
But you're smarter though.
You're smaller,
but they can smell you a mile away.
But you're smarter.
By the time you're hearing them, they knew you were there a long time ago. And now, you're running, and there's 2 more on your side. You're just dead. There's no hope.
You're like 15 more.
As soon as you get dropped, they're like,
there's something here.
And they're all looking to get full, so.
A little off topic, but for real. Okay, Steven. Okay, so Steven's an ESTP, and this is his question. And I guess we'll talk more about that later. But
ESTP, well, what messes me up with ESTPs,
he's a Leo,
technically,
I guess,
it's my ultimate enemy.
Talking about astrology as well.
I should not, based on our personality types, be friends with Steve.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys
Oh my
should.
God, that's so true.
No,
shouldn't.
I've already
the adventure weird
Yeah,
shit.
okay, so I've already talked to Rachel about this one. It's okay, so we already talked about how the ENFP is an adventurer. Well, the ESTP is the entrepreneur, kind of always out there, always causing.
He who will take risks.
Yeah, constantly doing something, talking to
I'm
people.
I'm for having someone like that on my team.
But see, that's
the ideals clash.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. In essence, everything's fine until something.
How many conversations about and with Steve have I said to Steve that he's honorless? He has no code.
Okay, to make this more fun, my mom's an ESTP and a Sagittarius, and I love my mom and his uncle. Yeah, I love my mom. She's awesome. Well, we have our very big differences, and I mean huge, astronomical size.
Do you think ESTPs make ENFPs? Would it be interesting to find that if
I think
our other 2 friends had
If you want to get into my opinion, I think I'm a Pisces that kind of partially also played into it,
so many overlapping
things. My name
things.
meaning played into it, numerology played into it. I'm super spiritual.
Bye, Rachel. Bye, JB.
Bye, brah.
You guys have fun.
We're always having fun.
Whenever you're off, I'll be able to room. Okay?
Sunday. Well, she leaves at 7. So we just not by
Let's go for 15 more minutes. Then editing down, I'll be able to have a 30-minute show.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
30 minutes not bad at all. And the only thing we'll have to do...
Did you pause it?
No, because I can just chunk this out.
Okay, cool.
Anything that you would want background pictures to be, because I don't want the whole thing to be...
You could put one of each of us.
Ooh,
just a collage, so they can see who we are with our names.
Yes, okay.
What? I don't want them to see what I look like.
Just take something from Facebook.
I mean, they already have.
They need to know what we look like, and that kind of helps people.
If I can go on there with this,
yeah,
you fuckers can go on there.
Look at me though, all this hair everywhere.
All these clothes.
All these clothes.
I would just take something from each one of our Facebooks and use that as our picture.
Ooh, you know what to use? Use the one of me where it looks like I'm
picking the worst ones.
Yeah, do that.
You think they're gonna be good pictures?
Don't do the fat one though.
Please don't pick it.
Why'd you tell me about that? I would have never done it. Now I will at least
include.
You
maybe have to consider it now.
when something bad happens, sad Carlos face of fears.
I showed it to Rachel.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Oh gosh.
He's so sad about being fat.
That's true.
It's so true.
Yeah, that was a great picture. Okay, what were we talking about? Okay, my astrology sign. So I've taken more importance, and not to say that I don't, because I do. Rachel knows that I actually follow, and I've told you this before, that I kind of live my life based on
before
astrology.
You have always spoken of astrology.
Yeah, and I really do every day follow my different reports. It kind of gives me like a heads up in what's gonna happen with the day And a lot of people are like, oh, it's so broad.
But no, did you just make your day based on the thing that you read? Did it ever actually have anything to do? Would your day have gone that way without?
Sorry, go ahead.
I've done both, where I started reading it at the beginning.
But did you, by reading it, then pick out the things that match that thing?
Okay, correct. But then I also started doing it to where sometimes I didn't have time to read it in the morning, so I didn't get to it until the end of the day. And maybe now your argument would be like, so are you putting those things to that, to fit kind of thing?
It's just I don't know why. It's maybe because I haven't grown up with like a self-belief in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has been, oh, you present this to me, like I will destroy this thing that binds me. So it's very hard for me to like, it doesn't make sense to me at all.
Here's what I have to say about that, because it is to an extent like
is it a leap of faith a little bit?
No. Here, this is a different way to look at it. It's a little bit of science into it, like psychology. It's not really so much about picking to make that fit your day or picking your day just being that way. More about what you have noticed in your life if going without it or going with it has made your life better.
Okay.
And for us, our opinion would be
I can take it
like,
for that. I mean, that's an easy one.
Yeah. When we follow it, like truly expect it and like stuff, for whatever reason, I think all the energies align.
If it works, it works.
And it's worked great. Like we've gotten so much achieved, honestly, like so much.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I mean, I've never really.
I just don't know about it yet. That's it.
I don't know how to explain it. It's not okay when I say like, oh, I can predict the day. It's not so much that. And maybe it's almost like, hey, here's a good message for you to keep in mind throughout your day.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it just happens to kind of align with the day. Yeah. So, say a situation pops up and I've already read my horoscope that day. And let's say it's career. It's something simple that you don't have to. So, in your career horoscope, it says that you may have a small spat or an argument with a coworker, over something menial. And I go into work and I just happen to I do a sales order wrong.
Yeah.
And that causes an issue with something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like little things like that. And it's like, okay, now are you putting things to that? Well, yes and no, because whenever you read the whole scope of it and you can almost see your day.
You know what I think it lies in is I don't like having my fate compartmentalized.
Let's be an ENFP.
I don't it bothers me. How dare you predict my actions?
See,
my actions can't be predicted.
That's the J in me,
Yeah.
I want to know that.
There's more data to do the right move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's way more data.
That's
so
interesting.
I can put all that information into my brain.
Myers-Briggs is everything.
Well, I'm trying to develop my J a little bit, and I would have never in a million years thought to do that, but after he showed me that he does that, I'm going to try.
It has to be developed. Yeah. I think it's the ultimate, you give an ENFP that, you give them the sword of truth.
They can, our ENFPs are literally called the champion. It's because if we can, achieve a certain level of ourselves,
yes, do it.
If we can literally achieve, our next level ENFP, it allows us to achieve so much.
Because it's the puzzle is waiting to be filled in, but there's a piece that makes it all work, and that was planning.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
No, it's a beautiful tool.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got to develop that part of you, and when you do, it's
and getting past the constraint of what a plan is, because the ENFP does not like constraint. They don't like these.
So when you were younger, there was schedule, plan.
It was bad. I messed my life up because of how I felt about being trapped in things.
Me too.
I did not want to learn about finances because finances are what adults do, and fuck that, dude. I will make it through this without becoming an adult. It was my core belief, so I didn't.
Almost I've had a opposition to shit like that for so long, and then I realized that was not really when you
without even thinking. It just I'm opposed now.
Yeah, seriously, that's just you don't want to follow the man. It's really what it comes down to. You're like, fuck the man. We are the true rebels with a cause. Mm-hmm. But basically, or without a cause, I should say.
Yes, with 1,000 causes.
Too many causes. But truthfully, once I realized that the only way to fight the system was to work with the system.
Yes, is to understand what the system, use the system.
Right.
It was like you got to step out and be like,
and do it in a completely honest and perfectly good way. There are ways.
Yeah, I'll step in this
all
shit.
About how you got to do it.
I'm going to show you fuckers what's up.
And then that's when you get to apply things like the law of attraction. And you're like, okay, fuck that. I know how to manifest, bitch.
Yes. What do you think I was doing this whole time?
Let me just give you a little side story. A year ago, right before Harvey hit, I started, I got this really strong feeling like I need to be with my soulmate. Mm-hmm. And I need to travel. And I want to be in school right now. And then I just started writing about it. And I started drawing it, and I started just picturing it constantly, day after day. I would just picture it, and I didn't do it in my belief. I was having a hard time picturing it, but whenever I look back, I realized that's what got me here. Yeah. And then
almost like it was sustaining.
It was, oh my god, yeah. And
I'll keep going for this.
Boat in the ocean, but it was just oh my god, and so got this super strong feeling about soulmate right before Harvey hit, and I started hardcore writing and drawing about it. I was I want to be with him before December, before the end of the year. Yeah. And so I knew Albert about 7 years ago or whatever. He wrote me quickly.
Oh, dude, yeah. Deep history with all of this.
Yeah. We hadn't talked in 7 years, mm-hmm. Pretty much. Well, on and off a little bit, but then. Basically, I got really hardcore in the desire to start acting again.
We got to do a full video on just y'all meeting, because I love the perspective of hearing what you say about it and knowing what he said about it and being able to bridge that gap.
Well, I won't go into the whole story, but basically, I started manifesting my soulmate, I started manifesting travel, and I started manifesting school. Yeah. And pursuing my career. And the first one I was super focused on was my soulmate. And for all you people who have met your soulmate, you understand. You know exactly the moment you're with them. I know some people, you can't understand it until it happens.
That's the thing that bothers me. How dare you say I can't?
No, but you can't.
I know you can't.
As long as you truly believe you have a soulmate out there, they're out there.
One thing that I fear
you don't feel that, I don't know.
Fulfilling prophecies. If I believe too hard that it's not going to happen, I may create the life in which it does not happen.
Don't believe that.
Well, but I know these words you're saying, but it's it's happened.
It's a choice thing. So here's the thing: it's not even, you don't have to truly fully believe yet, because when you started using The Secret, did you fully believe that moment?
I've never used it
Okay, I mean when you
what the concept? Yes. I don't know.
I promise you have though.
I was just flail around in a place with a general idea of things.
Okay, so. If you truly want a soulmate, not just the belief of having a soulmate, but if you something inside of you says...
Dude, that's been my dream since 6th grade.
Okay, so here's what you do. You apply the fucking skills that they use. You start saying, hey, I'm going to visualize it to what I believe it'll be, and what I believe is the best version of a relationship I could possibly have.
You know what I can say is, since I have watched it with y'all, things are moving faster than I thought they would ever move.
Exactly. It just takes off.
I have been freaked out today based on the things that have happened, and being able to look back and past and see just the timeline of events. Mm-hmm. That's some crazy stuff. And how things change based on what you're feeling, and then things move and they go towards it, and then it just starts building on top of the building. It's nuts.